Hey, hey. Morning. How are you? I was just sitting here having a little chat with Spirit about some stuff I got going on in my world. And Spirit's like, just let it be. People are going to be people. Just let them do what they're going to do. I'll handle it. You don't worry. You just go about being your pretty little self. I was like, okay, Spirit. Okay. So, here we are. All right, you ready? Let's get into it. I got a few new decks. They finally arrived. Excuse me. They finally arrived. So we're just going to get everything out. And and I got a new bag. Let me show you. It's super cute. Ooh. Love it. Love it, love it. But yeah, so I got a few new decks. Just going to pull everything out. I've opened them. I've kind of shuffled through them a couple times. I'm not real well acquainted with them just yet, but we'll get there, right? Ooh, confirmation burp. We'll see what they got to tell us. How about that? Oh man, got so many decks now. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 new decks. I need to channel a new deck. I know I've been hearing Spirit tell me. Because I have in my Talisman deck, it came with like this envelope and I don't know what kind of paper this is. Vellum, I guess. I don't know. Oh yeah, I guess they'll shuffle okay. I wasn't sure how they were going to shuffle. Okay. So I think I'm going to use these next to create another channel deck. And it's got a cute little envelope so I can like boop. Anyway, I'm gonna put. Cat is going wild this morning. She's in such a good mood too. I would say like the energy is great right now. I'm in a good mood. The cat's in a good mood. I hope you're in a good mood. All right, I'm gonna set these aside so I do that later. And yeah, let's see. Which deck first, Spirit? Which deck first? Spirit says start with the OG. Alright. 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 Which one? This whole bag is OG. Okay. Alrighty then. Alright. Let's get some room here. Let's make some space for Spirit to come in. Yeah. Oh, so yeah. So one of the new ones is Crow Wisdom. Time Heals, Oracle cards, Dark Confessions, and Body Wisdom. So yeah, we'll get into those too. At least one or two of them. But okay, ready? Don't mind the cat in the background. She is on one today. Spirit, I allow you to use my vessel to bring forth light and love and the message, information that this individual needs to hear. Thank you. Let's go. I've had a really busy last few days, and it's like I finally have a day off today. And the first thing Spirit does when I wake up, hey, we ain't hung out in a minute. It's like Spirit's been like 3 days. Chill. 4 days. I don't know. It's been 5 days? No. It's been a few days. Okay. Alright. So, first one coming out is what blockage is preventing you from living the life you want to live? So, a best, like, it can be literal, but the best way to interpret that is, like, what is out of balance within yourself, okay? Um, are you partying too much? Are you neglecting your responsibilities? Like, are you not taking proper care of yourself? Like, are you not getting enough sleep, right? Like, those kind of things. Are you overindulging in certain aspects of your life, and forgetting about other things? Um, or I'm hearing chakra, so you could have a chakra blockage somewhere. Um, let's see. I'm hearing crown chakra, so that might be for somebody. Your bad habits are preventing you from receiving your manifestations. Okay, so I'm gonna take that as a confirmation that yeah, you've been overindulging in something that is just not good for you. It's I'm hearing eating. Maybe you're not eating as well as you could. Maybe a lot of fast food or over processed foods and stuff like that. That's a really easy fix. I mean, well, easier said than done, right? Like some of us, our lifestyles just don't enable us to um, have the time to prepare a good meal for ourselves. And so it's just a lot easier to just pick something up while you're on the go, right? But just try to be more mindful, right? Like it takes just as much time to stop at a grocery store and pick up like some fruit and a salad, right? And that's just an example. I'm not here to tell you what to eat or do. Than it does to go through the drive-through at a fast food restaurant. Um, I'm hearing spending, so maybe there's been some some overindulging in your spending. Um, what else? Anything else, Spirit? Nope. Just shaking their head. Nope. You don't look like what you've been through. Alchemize your pain. So you've definitely been through a lot in life. Oh, stress eating. Okay, that's what I just heard, Spirit. Thank you. You stress eat. Okay. Okay. And Spirit is here to, ooh, full body chills. Full body chills. Spirit is asking you, instead of looking for an outside source to kind of, you know, calm that within you, to sit with it. Okay. Sit with it and alchemize it and learn, through yourself what it is or why it is that you feel that urge or the need to do that. Where is that root at within yourself that you find comfort outside of yourself rather than, sitting and dealing with the uncomfortability, right, of whatever it is that you're feeling. And, babe, like, we all go through stuff, okay? And one of these days, I'll get into some deep dive videos and stuff like that about myself. But rest assured, I have been to hell and back myself, okay? And I have had so many circumstances and so many experiences throughout my life that should have broke me, right? Like, I should have been checked out of here a long time ago. And, you know, it was 35 years of hell, essentially. Okay, just one thing after another, back to back, and it was just like, eventually I got to the point where I was just like, no more. I'm done. I'm done living like this. I'm done feeling like this all the time. I'm done hating myself, like, and it wasn't overnight. It was gradual, and it was incremental, but I rebuilt the relationship with myself, right? And it I found out how incredible I was, right? Just as is. Like, there was nothing more that I necessarily needed to do other than to learn how to love myself. And in learning how to love myself, I then in turn learned how to heal myself and learned how to alchemize and learned how to transmute. And I've said this before and I'll say it again. It's not that things don't come up still. It's just the way that I view them and the way that I handle them and the way that I deal with them is radically different than the way I used to be. Um, so, if all that is to say, if I can do it, literally anybody can. Anybody. Because I was a wreck of a human being for a very long time. So, if I can do it, anybody can do it. And that means deep diving into spirituality. That means taking better care of yourself. That means cutting out negativity, right? Whether that be media, social media, music, right? Like anything outside of yourself. Like, because once you get that discernment and you learn how, like, the vibrational differences between things, like, it's so easy to detect. And canceling out people, places, things that were just toxic to me, Um, but yeah, I'll do some deep dives eventually, and hopefully, they'll be able to help others out there. But yeah, alchemize your pain, baby. You can do it. All right, let's keep going. Fight your demon head on. Pray for God's protection. You can do this. It'll take everything within you to do it. This ain't no easy task, but it is possible. Oh, in the reverse. Oh, lots of them in the reverse. Okay. You're going to accomplish it. Everything you want wants you to. And because it was in the reverse, I'm hearing self-doubt. I'm hearing that you don't know that you can. Yeah, you're not really sure. Whatever this is that you're trying to accomplish in your life, it is possible, all right? But first you have to change in here. You have to change the way you think about things and the way that you look at things and the way that you let things affect you, uh, you know, um, in a moment-to-moment basis, right? Like, there is so much beauty in the world. And now, mind you, my mindset used to not be like this, okay? So just take that into consideration. Like, I used to be very negative, and now it's like, even though there's still negativity in the world, there's so much more beauty. And it's just all about perspective. It's about what you put your focus on, it's about where you direct your attention. Confirmation burp, it's where you direct your attention and staying in the attitude of gratitude and really just using your discernment and picking and choosing what is best for you. No one else, not your spouse, not your parents, not even your kids. Like, if you have kids, like, yes, you have to be mindful of them as well, obviously, of course. But what lights you up inside? What fulfills your heart? What makes you tick, right? What gives you I'm hearing purpose. What is the purpose? Or okay, what purpose are you giving your intentions? Thank you, Spirit. When you're doing this stuff, when you're living your life, are you living purposefully? There we go. Negative emotions aren't going to last as long as they used to. Exactly. Exactly. Things that used to bother me for months. I used to be the queen of holding grudges. Okay? And now it's like, tops a week, maybe. Maybe. If it's something really serious. But most of the time it's like couple minutes. Couple hours, maybe a couple days, right? I mean, if it really jars me, if it really bothers me, yeah. But, and that's the thing too, is like, when you get to a certain point in this healing journey, you don't, that negative energy, it's so like, you don't even want to be there. And so it's like you want to get out of it as quickly as possible. And now sometimes that's harder than, right? It's easier said than done. Um, but the more you go through, the more you grow through, right? Like the easier it gets to get through it. Um, as far as like just clearing out that negativity and trying to get a different perspective and trying to look at things from a different vantage point, right? And just giving yourself a lot of grace, and just understanding that you're human. And it doesn't matter your age, every day is a new day, and every day is a new challenge, and you're going to have to pick up new tools and new ways of doing things and new ways of viewing yourself and the people that are around you and the situations that may come up and the environments that you allow yourself to be put into. All right, a lot of times places have their own energy. I'm going to say force, but that's not the right word. Field, there we go. Places have their own energy fields, right? So if you work like, somewhere, and every time you go there, you get like a stomach ache, you get a headache, you don't feel good, things like that. It's the energy of that particular place. And, people can do that to us as well. They might be bright and shiny. Confirmation, y'all. Happy looking, seemingly people, but deep down inside, there's a darkness to them that hasn't been dealt with yet. And, if you're sensitive and you're doing this work and you're on, a healing journey, your discernment will kick in and you'll start to feel that, and you'll start to be able to acknowledge like, oh, yeah, I don't really feel great when I'm here or when that person's around, or you know what I mean? Like I'm engaging in a particular activity. Come on, baby. Thank you. Try something new once in a while. You may be surprised what you discover about yourself. Go in yourself and study yourself. Get to know the new you. 313. New car, new house, new job, new love. Be Delulu. 444 17 17 20 20 13 13 777 222. So let me just finish getting through this. Take care of yourself. You deserve the world, and the world deserves you, but not everyone in the world. The more you try to force what's not meant to be, the longer you delay what is meant to be. Let go and let God. No more external validation. Validate yourself. Validate yourself from within yourself. No one else's approval. Yeah, I think that you're trying to call something into you, but you have this blockage, right? That we got with the first cards. But with this, negative emotions aren't going to last as long as they used to. Yeah, because if you're doing this work, like I just said, like things that used to bother me, I mean, for a really long time, like it's there and gone. There and gone, Be Delulu. Yeah, sometimes you just have to, right? What is that old saying? Fake it till you make it, right? And, sometimes, and it's not like be fake, right? It's that you have to visualize, you have to embody the feeling in which, confirmation, you have to embody what it would feel like to have those things. What would it feel like for you to get a new car today? Would it be stressful? Would you be worried about how you're going to pay for it? Would you be worried about, getting, screwed over? You get what I mean? Or would you be excited? Would you, know that like no matter what happens, you'll be able to maintain the car note? You know what I mean? Like or would you be grateful that you even have a ride because you haven't had a vehicle in 6 months, a year, 3 years, right? Like if it just all depends on your mindset and and embodying the emotions and the feelings of what it would be like to be in that position. No more external validation. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to that whole stress eating thing. That is something from outside of yourself that you're using to comfort yourself, to try to numb. I don't get a sense of like addiction in like a drug alcohol kind of way. I'm seeing eating, like I'm seeing somebody like just eating like, a lot all the time. Um and I'm hearing that this isn't something that a lot of people know about you. This is something that you kind of hide. Like it's an issue already, and you don't let a lot of people know that though. Um okay, I'm hearing that it is going to cause or has caused health issues for you. I'm hearing food poisoning, but not in the manner in which like getting food poisoning from like bad food, like expired food, you know what I mean, or bad meats and stuff like that. I'm hearing like uh, you're poisoning your vessel with how much you're actually consuming. Yeah. Take care of yourself. All right. You deserve it. You deserve the world. Anything else from this deck? Main character energy. Yeah. What's the life you want to live? You know, you are your main character. You should be your only focus. I mean, if you have family and stuff like that, or young ones that you're taking care of and stuff, obviously, right? Like that goes without saying. Don't neglect those things, but also don't neglect yourself. Okay? Because those outside of you need you. So if you're neglecting you for them, you're not going to be able to sustain that. Practice feeling good. Practice receiving. Yeah. Fake it till you make it, baby. You have to practice embodying the feeling a certain way in order to feel a certain way. Especially if you've had a lot of negativity throughout your life. And this is something that I've had to do, is that I had to practice. I had to learn what feeling good felt like and then practice it. For example, and this might be off topic, but this is what Spirit's given me. So, for example, like when people would ask me how I was doing, very simple question. Oh, baby, I would word vomit. I would trauma dump, okay? And a lot. And, give people my business. um, and when I started trying to get like better, and start healing and things like that, when people would ask me, even if I was having a god awful day, I would say I was doing good, right? Confirmation burp. I would say that I was doing good. How are you feeling? I'm feeling great. Even if I wasn't. I used to have a lot of health issues. I used to have a lot of like, just things going on within myself. But slowly but surely, over time, and not even like looking back, not even super long time, like it back then it felt like it was going to take forever, but like looking back now, it wasn't even that long. I actually started feeling good. My body started to heal, my mind started to heal, my energy started to heal, my spirit started to heal, right? And it's just getting into that practice. And it's not about like lying about your life or what's going on with you or things like that, but it's like it's it's counterintuitive or it's counteractive when you keep feeding that negative life force, okay? You have to start feeding the positive life force if you want your life to be positive. Set your boundaries, stand 10 toes down. No one needs to know. People don't need to be all up in your business all the time. Every time they get around you, all you're doing is gossiping and complaining and you know, just a pessimistic attitude. It's just so counterproductive, you know, especially if you're trying to get better, if you want the sort of life that I see you trying to call into yourself. There's no room to put it until you start clearing out all of that. Envision the person you want to be and pretend to be the person, and soon you will be. Confirmation. Confirmation. The spirit world is cheering you on. Keep going. Steadfast progress. Yeah. Yeah. That's why this message is coming through. You know, because the spirit realm, your ancestors, your angels, your guides, full body chills, like they want you to know, like, you have a magnificent future ahead of you, okay? No matter what age you are right now, no matter where you are in life, no matter what you've gone through, no matter how, you know, anything, as long as you and spirit and God and your guides and your ancestors are all in agreement, baby, ain't nothing gonna stop you. Wish fulfillment, the floodgates have broken open. 11:11. You got a lot of stuff coming in, but you have to do this work. You have to. You know, when I very first started my healing journey, I found Tony Robbins. He just popped up one day. I had no idea who he was, and I started listening to some of his Q&As and things like that, and then I was led to, what was his name? What is his name? I can see him and I can hear his voice, but I can't think of his name. I'll link it in the description. A few of the individuals that I found along my healing journey that really helped me out. But I will say this, one of which, I mean, I had a complete paradigm shift when I found her, Abraham Hicks and Louise Hayes. Like, those two women, full body chills, completely changed me, like, for the better. I get emotional thinking about it because I was such a wreck of a person. And those two women, just listening to their work, man, I owe a huge debt to those two ladies, for sure. For sure. They literally saved my life. Man, sorry. I do. I get emotional when I think back about the person I used to be and the person I am now, and it's a complete 180. And I'm just so grateful, you know, that I stumbled upon them, you know, and I really took in and I really listened to what they had to say and put it into practicality, right? And utilized it, because it really has changed who I am as a person. And again, if I can do it, and you're going to have to find what works for you, okay? Like, I can help guide you, I can show you the tools and the people that have helped me, but ultimately you have to find what works best for you. But yeah, it's just like, if I can do it, anybody can. If I can turn my life around, and it's not perfect, okay? I still have a long way to go. I got a lot of work I still need to do. But just in the short amount of time, 3 years, almost 4, 3 years that I've been really doing this, it's amazing. It's amazing the life that I have now compared to what it used to be. God is working all things out for the good of those who love him and follow his path. I can't make it up. I can't make it up. All right? But you have to do the work. You have to want to do the work. You have to put the time in. You have to decide that your life is worth living. And not only worth living, being happy. What is your happiness worth? Three days, 3 weeks, 3 months, 3 years. It's coming in when you release. Okay, when you release these bad habits, this whatever this is that you have going on, it will happen quicker than you know. I mean, 3 years, okay? 3 years. And my life is completely different than it used to be. Was it easy? No. No, I will not lie. It was not easy. It's getting easier, right? But initially, no, it wasn't. And I had to, I'm telling you, determination, willpower, the decision to choose yourself over all else. That is not an easy decision for a lot of people to make. It wasn't easy for me for a very long time. But once I made that decision, there is no going back, baby. No. There was no one and nothing that could ever make me want to go back to the person I used to be. Ever. For nothing. You're breaking out of the matrix. Societal norms are shattered. Yeah. You know, because you're meant to be in that box that they want to put you in, or society wants to put us in. And when you start thinking outside of the box and you focus on, you know, your main character energy, and you start, you know, denying outside validation, and, you know, you stop, letting people cross your boundaries, you know, all that stuff. Like, you're being defiant, okay? The construct in which most of us find ourselves is limited or limiting for a reason. It's to keep us there. It's to keep us stuck there. Confirmation burp. Stop contradicting your manifestations. Leave the peanut gallery out. Yep. Stop letting these other people dictate to you. Or stop letting your bad habits, there we go, your bad habits dictate, right, what you're doing. Keep your plan to yourself until it is fully developed. People will ruin it. Yep. The pain taught you what peace feels like. Peace is the new normal. It will be. It will be. Yeah, and forgiveness. Man, that was a huge one for me. That was a huge one for me. Forgiving the people around me, forgiving old versions of myself, forgiving the life that the coulda, shoulda, wouldas, right? And just letting it all go. And just learning that, you know, even though I can't turn back the clock, right, and go back and redo some stuff, I can pave a new road for myself and others to travel down in order to be able to have better, to have a better life, have a better mindset, have a better spiritual connection, right? Like, just better all the way around. Having more vivid dreams, real life situations, people you know, prophetic dreams, dream journal. Your timeline isn't in alignment. What's missing? What experience are you missing? Yeah, I think that just goes back, you know, to those bad habits. Just, we're working on, again, we got the crown chakra, you know, the mind. What is going on up here? What is happening in there? Take some time to really sit with yourself and think about those things. think about what you're thinking about. Alright, I want to get into one of these new decks, see what they have to say. I think we're going to start with this Body Wisdom Oracle card. Let's see what that has for us. Mainly because it's on top, but B, because we're talking about eating and the body and things like that. You know, the body holds trauma, it holds stress, it holds, you know, energetically it holds onto things, you know, and those things can manifest into physical ailments of all different kinds. So I think we're going to get into that. Yeah, I do. I get emotional thinking about the way I used to be and the way that I am now. You know, I used to not be a great human being because I had a lot of things internally that I hadn't dealt with yet and that I let lay dormant or run the show or whatever, various things. And I had to do that for myself. I had to start thinking about what I was thinking about. And I know I talk about me quite a bit in my videos, but that's the only experience I have is with me. Others have come and gone, right? And I'm not going to speak on the behalf of anybody else. I can only speak up for myself and speak on myself and the experiences in the life that I've lived. And hopefully by me opening up and sharing with you some of what I've gone through, and again, I'll get into a deep dive one of these days, that I'm able to help another. Because nobody should feel the way that I felt for so long. Nobody should have to live like that. No one. And even when I'm like on my way to work, because I take the bus, okay, so I take the bus, I take public transit, and I listen to some of the conversations around me, and I'm just like, I think to myself, they don't even know how good their life could be. You know, how sick and energetically that they really are. And a lot of people just aren't ready to hear that. You know, that's why I put these videos out. I don't have a huge social media presence. I don't really want one. I mean, if it happens, it happens, right? But I put these videos out because the intention behind them that I put in them is that they find the people, the ones that it's meant for, that are ready for me to share, you know, what I have to offer. You know, I don't really promote, you know, occasionally I'll bring it up in conversation or something if I think that it might help, right? But otherwise, I just let, you know, the algorithm do what it does. And, you know, the people that find me, find me. You know, so, yeah. Okay, maybe we won't get into another deck. Spirit saying that all that needs to be said has been said. Okay. All right, Spirit. So maybe I just needed to share some of that with you guys. All right. Well, I guess I'll close this out then. All right. Short and sweet and to the point. Thank you, Spirit. Again, I'm here for you. I love you. If you need me, please reach out. Do good, be good, and, you know, maybe we'll do this again another time. Bye, babe.